I'm excited, though, about our next guest, someone who's no stranger to the show. He's been on our show multiple times over the years, and it's such a pleasure to bring back super agent, as I like to call him, Leigh Steinberg. How you doing, sir?
Doing just great.
Good to see you, Leigh. It's been a while.
Yeah, and lots of things have kind of developed in various sports, but today we're going to talk a little golf with you too, and love to get your perspective and your opinion on some of the things that have been taking place. Certainly, one of the big things is this merger between Live Golf and the PGA Tour. And although some people might have maybe even predicted this would maybe happen, a year ago.
You mean like Donald Trump?
Donald Trump did, but other people did. I mean, we were thinking about this look at, I've always been on the side of it's like free enterprise. Like, do what you got to do. I'm not against it. I'm not going to be like a traditionalist and say, hey, it's all about the PGA Tour and that's it. But I don't know. We were kind of divided in this house because our coach Tracy has always been this traditionalist of the PGA Tour, and I was like, look at money talks, and what else walks, and finally the news came out recently, and what's your opinion first off, overall takeaway from the merger that just kind of came out?
For as much as you know.
Yep.
I think in the end it will be a boost for golf, and I think that people who want more golf and consolidated fields will end up being happy. But the way in which it happened was disturbing, because what you had was a traditional new league starting. And remember that what we think of as the NBA had a merger of the ABA in basketball. We think of the NFL, there was the American Football League that now we think of as the NFL. So these mergers have occurred with new leagues. They have every right to do that. And if you want to think about it, for a brief period of time, there was free agency for golfers. Mm-hmm. Let's not confuse the PGA with something that was handed down by Moses from God on Mount Sinai. In other words, it's a commercial organization. And it made all the rules, and it restricted golfers in terms of what they were going to do. So the prestige of the PGA we can put over here, but the rights of golfers were not very many. And so what happened was, for a brief period of time, there was free agency. And I think at the end, this will be a good thing for golf, because it's an infusion of billions and billions of dollars. Now let's take the human rights issue over here. So Saudi Arabia has done some abhorrent things. They killed Khashoggi. They have limitations on women's rights. They have all of these things. And had the PGA not gone to Congress and to a lot of other people in the country and said, you can't do business with these human rights violators. This is not a good thing. You're being unpatriotic in a way, or you're being anti-human rights to join it. If they had not told everybody that, then this would be less shocking. But the fact that they come out, they have one position, they don't let the golfing world know this is happening. They just drop it one day. And right. So you go diametrically opposed. Well, that's a little hard to sort of deal with. And now on this human rights issue, let's be clear. President Biden went to Saudi Arabia to beg him for more oil. We have hundreds of American companies that do business with Saudi Arabia. So to lay that all on golf, as if they were the only entity supporting a corrupt government, is a little heavy, because we're not consistent with dealing with China or any other group. But I think at the end of the day, having this infusion of new money and having one consolidated tour will be good for golf. It just happened in a particularly bizarre way. and they did not prepare the public in the slightest for the fact they were going to do a 180-degree turnaround and make a deal with the Saudis.